Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Just going to do a kind of quick discussion video today because I've not got much else planned. The Q&A should be out tomorrow. I'm going to record and edit that for y'all. So look forward to that, I suppose. Make sure to send your questions in the video that I advertised it in, not this video. If you put your questions in this one, they're not going to get answered. So make sure you do it in the right video. Love you all. Also, tickets for the Create Scotland football charity match. YouTuber charity matches in the description as well. Make sure and get a ticket, it would be much appreciated. That was for a good cause. But today I'm going to talk about two subjects, Celtic related of course, that came to mind, and two things I could talk about. Maybe not too long. It's going to be kind of a brief video probably, but it's good to get your opinions out there, and I like seeing everyone else's opinions. That's the real benefit of doing these videos. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Boyata. Apparently Celtic are ready to open talks to sign a new contract, sign him up, get him here at the club longer, now that he is back from the World Cup after finishing third with Belgium, which has to be congratulated. Obviously he didn't do much towards the end. I think he started the first two games, and then he wasn't really seen after that, but you know, he still contributed, he done his bit, and he got two more starts than I expected. In all honesty, I just expected him to be there as a bench player. I didn't even expect him to get into the 23-man squad, so he's a good player, right? Look, Boyata is one guy who I always come on to YouTube after the games where he makes those mistakes, and I say he's shite, he's pish, get rid of him. And arguably I still agree with that. Nah, I say arguably, I'm going to fucking argue with myself. But you know what I mean, you know, he can have a solid game, and you can't take that away from him. I do have to take my hat off to him. Sometimes he can have a really solid game. He done well in those two games in the World Cup, granted it was Panama and Tunisia, but he looked decent, and he's done well a lot of times domestically for Celtic. He has performed at exceptional levels at points in league games, but then it just gets to those Champions League games and those old firms, and he makes the mistakes. You know, his passes, his judgments, you know, these little things that put me off him as a starting centre-back at Celtic. But at the end of the day, you know, he's a decent enough player to probably stay at the club, whether he's a starter or not. But there was all these talks and all these rumours, and at the end of the day, I think they were just rumours, because in my mind, he's not worth £6 million. I would never pay that for Boyata, not a chance. But there was these rumours, teams like Lazio over in Italy were scouting him and looking at him and wanting to take him for £6 million, which I would jump at. I'd personally drive him to Glasgow Airport. And once again, I don't hate the guy, I don't, but it's just £6 million for a player who does make those mistakes, can be unreliable at times. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. In fact, I take it and run, just sign someone else. But he has put in some good performances and probably does deserve to have his contract extended at the club. You know, time is obviously running out on it, and they want to keep him here long term. And obviously Brendan Rodgers really likes him. We know that, because Brendan Rodgers is very stubborn as to taking him out of the team. He'll take out Ayer, he'll take out Simonovic, he'll take out Henry, he'll take all the rest of them out. But Boyata's always fucking there, no matter what he does. You know, I thought the moment that tipped me over the edge was that goal that we conceded at Ibrox, when he just let Windass take the ball and Windass went and scored. That was the moment that pissed me off big time, and I just feel like we've seen so much of an Effie Ambrose in him. But he can have a solid game, and when he plays his best, he is a really good defender. And if it's just for squad depth, it is to be a starter over the foreseeable future, I'm happy we're going to keep him on, in all honesty. But I'm not saying that if a bid came in, I would be unhappy if we accepted it. He's a player who we could keep or lose this season, and I wouldn't be too bothered. But we don't want to lose him a free. That's the last thing you want. You know, you always, at the end of the day, need to aim for profit. You have to aim to make money. A club like Celtic doesn't get a chance to make as much money as clubs in England. So when it comes to these sort of situations, you know, you need to avoid losing your players for free, which is something we're quite good at. Not many spring to mind that left on a free or a pre-contract. So Boyata contract could be coming soon. That's my opinion too. You know, he can be a solid player. But it's good to see him. It's good to see him stay on, and you know, he's done well at the World Cup, so good on him. Second thing I want to talk about very briefly is Mikey Johnston. Just, you know, a lot of people have been saying, I done that video last week, and it was how I'd like to see Celtic play this season. I gave him a preferred starting 11 for the majority of games, and yeah, you know, I was talking about who I'd like to see it, and a lot of people comment Mikey Johnston. Should Mikey Johnston get a lot of first team starts this year? That's the question. You know, he's got that young, exciting vibe around him that a lot of people want to see him play. But we've also got Lewis Morgan, you've got Scott Sinclair, we've got James Forrest, you've got these wingers. Does Johnston get a chance? Do we loan him out, or does he do what he done last season? That sporadically get a go in the team, come in now and then. I think in reality he's either going to get loaned out, or that's what's going to happen. I don't see Brendan Rodgers installing that much faith in him as of yet. unless he really does prove it, unless he really does show it. He scored at the weekend there, of course, against Standard Liège, decent enough goal. You know, he looks a promising player, there's no denial about that. He looks great for the under-20s team, or whatever the age bracket is. And he has got a big future ahead of him. But do we throw him into the first team as of yet? Personally, I wouldn't. But I do want to see him get his chances. But would I say send him out on loan? I probably would, to the right team anyway. A team who is willing to play him week in, week out, a standard of football that can improve him. I'd like to see him maybe go out on loan, because at the end of the day, I think we've just signed Lewis Morgan. I'd prefer to see him get a chance. Both of them are wingers. And not the two. The two aren't going to get chances thrown at them this season. That's the reality. I think a lot of fans want to see it happen, but the reality is, I think he's going to be what he was last season, and that's kind of like brought in when there's not much on the line, to give him a chance, see what he can do, and see how much he's developed. I think that at the end of the day is what we're going to get, whether you want that or not. Different story. But I think Brendan Rodgers does look at Mikey Johnston right now as just a young prospect. And I'm okay with that. You know, he gets his chances. He doesn't need to be in the team as of yet. It's not life or death. We don't quite know what he can offer on a bigger scale yet. We've never tested him in those sort of games. Maybe an injury will roll up this season that gives him that chance, gives him the opportunity to move into the first team. But we'll see. I would like to see him get chances throughout the season. I'm not saying that, but I just think the people who are saying, let's give him a chance in the first team, I think that's a bit extreme. Like week in, week out. But you know, I want to see him come off the bench a few times, yes, like in those smaller games, like against the likes of Livingston and such. You know, yeah, give him a chance. Why not? But Mikey Johnston, prospect for the future. Wouldn't mind seeing him go on loan. You know, we're talking about you know, Hibs are a potential team that could take him on loan. You could see it happening. There's other teams. St Mirren, you know, they've just lost Lewis Morgan. Could go on loan there. Who knows? Nothing's been said anywhere about him going on loan, like as a actual thing, but you never know, he could. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I know it was a short one, but I just wanted to give my opinions on both things, and I really wanted to make a video today, so I've done this. Let me know your opinions, like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.